Hi, everybody. I don't think they can hear you. Yeah, your audio's not coming through. Hello, everybody. I will entertain as she problem solves. Um, I have some Oreos.
All right, is that better? That should do it. That should
Say
do
something
it.
again.
I see my little thing moving.
Yep, you're good.
So excellent. I don't know why it did that, but it just did. But we fixed it. Look at that. I fixed it all by myself. What'd you say? You have Oreos? That's nice. It's usually you have baby carrots. Is this your new stream snack? Answer the question right now with your mouth full of cookie. Right now, Sean. Actually, no, don't, because that's going to make terrible noises. I don't want that to happen.
Careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
No, we did D&D at my place last weekend with Stefan and the crew, and they always bring snacks and leave them here.
Nice.
So there's some Oreos that are just left over from that.
Nice.
I don't usually buy Oreos.
But when they're there.
I do have baby carrots downstairs.
But you've got your Oreos right now. And
I
honestly, if
I
I was
could
gonna...
go get them and put my orc tusks in.
Nah. Nah. Sean, how the hell are you? It's been a long time since we've done this. I was just...
Yeah, it's been like a month.
It's been like a month. I just scheduled the last Power Hour to go live, and that was from like a month ago.
Yeah, because we had 2 weeks off of it because you were away.
And then I was sick.
And then I was sleepy once. Slept through.
It's just, it's just been, it's October was just, it happened, and I'm glad it's November now.
October went by quickly, I feel. Maybe not for you, but you had a lot going on. But for me, I would feel like I blinked and it was November.
It's November.
Like I didn't even get a chance to process the spooky season.
It didn't really feel like spooky season for me because we didn't get to do any of the spooky season stuff because we were all sick. We didn't get to go to a pumpkin patch. We didn't get to have Milo's birthday party, which I was really sad about because I had this whole thing planned. But we all got COVID, so we couldn't do it. It's very sad. And he has a fever again. He took his temperature before he went to bed tonight. He's got fever again. So, 'tis the season though, right? Cold and flu season.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But it is November now, so we'll start over.
Yeah.
And turkey season, and then holiday season,
Oh,
and a new year.
Shopping. Oh man, I've already started turning my downstairs front room into Santa's workshop with all.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. It's gonna be.
My family is currently debating on how we want to do gifts this year because my brother insists on certain levels of like authenticity to things. So he doesn't like Christmas lists. He likes people to buy gifts with just like thinking about the person.
That's harder.
And the rest of my family, I'm fine with it, but I know like my sisters hates that.
Yeah.
Because it just adds undue stress in the season.
Yeah.
I don't care either way because I'll figure it out. But I'm just kind of like in the middle while the whole family is
like figuring it out.
Figuring it out, and I'm like, I'll do whatever. Just tell me now.
Just tell me what to do.
So I can start shopping.
Yeah.
So.
I'm the type of shopper where like I kind of shop all year round, and if I like see something while I'm out somewhere, I'll be like, oh, so and so might like this for Christmas, and I'll just get it and put it away. But
see, we can't risk that in my family because my family.
Yeah. Yes, Clayton. Already, I've been prepping forever, dude. Sorry,
it took.
I cut you off.
It was November 1st. They got rid of the pumpkin coffees. And I was so mad.
They had the cups.
Yeah, and then now they
Starbucks
have
does.
The thing I hate is Starbucks discontinued their eggnog latte.
What?
I bring this up every year. Since it happened because it's a deep trauma to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say you are clearly unhappy about this.
Who wouldn't be? It's been 3 years, I think, or 2 years since the eggnog latte was discontinued. I'm still holding on to it Because their big answer to it is like, oh, try our sugar cookie latte, and it's like,
that's not the same.
What? What are you even talking about? Eggnog latte with a shot of espresso in it was my drink. The only hot drink I ever drank.
Yeah, you're not a hot drink person.
No, I'm not. I only ever drink.
Iced coffee.
I like chai and I like eggnog lattes. Those are the only hot drinks I drink. Occasionally cocoa.
You hang on to this, and someday they will bring it back just for you.
I can't believe they haven't. I've been so loud.
I
tweet about it every year.
Do you? I haven't seen it.
I didn't this year yet because it's technically not Christmas season yet.
At Starbucks it is because the holiday cups are out.
It's Thanksgiving time.
The holiday cups are out. So
I think yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, not to get on too much of a tirade there. But no, this week has been good. We got to play last night. Or not last night, the night before.
2 nights ago. It was so much fun.
We got to play some Quest.
That was so
fun
lovely.
With our friends from Roll for Damage.
Yes.
We're going to do that again next Friday.
Because Sean is incapable of running a one shot.
Yeah.
Also, we also started really late.
We started an hour late.
Hour and a half late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next week we'll be starting on time so we can get the most out of it.
Yeah.
And because they really didn't start the adventure.
No, we
they did a lot of the prep stuff.
Yes,
like
the prep for the heist.
The role play and the meeting and the prepping for the heist.
Yes.
So
and
it should be fun.
Establishing our characters, which is super important.
Of course.
So, but I had a blast. I still have my my witch's hat.
And then last night I was playing games with your husband, Joshua.
Yes, you were.
Playing some Baldur's Gate.
And when he told you I was going to bed, I did not, in fact, go to bed. I know,
because you sent me a TikTok.
It's so bad. I was up till 1 just doom scrolling on TikTok.
Yeah, I remember because Josh got off of the computer, and I look and I immediately got a TikTok from you afterwards. And I was like, I thought you went to bed 3 hours ago.
I laid down in bed 3 hours ago, and then it's just so addicting.
It is.
It's
how
I unwind.
Me too, but I need to do it less because I like other things I would do to unwind, like draw a map for our campaign, is not getting done because I'm on TikTok.
I really want to get back into reading.
I got some good books that I need to read too. I bought a book on bees. I said like 6 months ago that I was gonna make a little mini TTRPG based off of bees, and
I don't remember that, but cool.
I tweeted about it.
Oh.
And I think you liked it, so that's
Sean, here's the thing. I like everything you post.
I know you do. Anyway, yeah, I would like to read again. I haven't read in a while. Yeah. Yeah, TTRPG just based on the letter B.
I actually have right here. I just moved them from downstairs to upstairs.
You should just read to Milo, even though it's not a book that he's gonna understand what you're reading.
Just
if you just want to read a book, yeah. That seems like a way to get it in.
That and some like language acquisition for him. That's not a bad idea.
Read. Yeah.
Read Throne of Glass to him.
Yeah, read something.
Yeah,
cool.
And then when it starts getting wildly inappropriate, we'll stop.
Or you just keep going and just speak a little quieter.
Yeah, because that's how that works. And then years later, he'll be like, "Ma, I remember I'm reading this book, and it sounds really familiar."
But I have no idea why.
Yep.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird.
Maybe you just read something similar for that. Speaking of weird things, how was my segue?
That's pretty good. It wasn't bad.
Thanks.
Now, Shannon, I have to ask you, since
Yes,
it's been
Sean.
so long
Yes.
since we've done this, do we want to continue grading you?
No.
Or are you done with the grades?
I'm done with the grades. I think I've tapped out. I think the last time I did this, it was excellent. And
done a high note
I think
for
I peaked.
grades?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, then at the end of this session, we will calculate your final grade.
Oh, no. I just got so much anxiety. I'm only saying this because I have exactly 1 page of notes from this past
you
session.
always have low notes on combat session.
I
Wait,
do.
this wasn't a combat
Yes,
session,
it was.
was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, you're right. It was. It was.
Yes,
It was the first.
We battled on
yeah.
the ship.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we started with a lovely little vignette on the Bone Rattler. I wrote Bone Rattle. Forgot the R.
Yeah, the Bone Rattle.
The Bone Rattler. Where we saw Alina and Lasha, the 2 individuals that we are most familiar with of the crew. Alina has been voted captain ever since the tragic murder of Captain Hastings.
What murders?
The murder that Jacquette did. Excuse me, that LaRue did.
Well, technically.
Technically, it was Fearn, but LaRue is taking the fall.
Credit.
Yep. So Alina is making Lasha do some spells. Or at least it looks like she's performing some sort of spell, and it's very effortful. And Alina just says, "Keep hold," to Lasha. And then we switch to battle on the ship. The only notes that I took for the battle is that Jacquette hoses away the seaweed using the decanter of endless water, which was a very clever use of an item. There was a cool combo move that Fearn and Sal did to get Sass out of the water towards the beginning. And then the shark people started climbing the side of the ship, and unfortunately made it onto the ship and started feasting on Sass, who went down to 2 death saves.
Yeah.
Real fast. And then Bruce concocted a trap in a barrel, some sort of explosive in a barrel, which he threw overboard when we finally were able to get free of the seaweed, because the Bone Rattler was catching up to us, but we were able to get our ship free from the seaweed. Lasha also seemed to have conjured 4 spirits onto our ship for us to fight as well, which we were able to take care of. And then once we were free of the seaweed, we dropped the barrel, and then Jacquette had Lolly Rock, which is Bruce's bird, quote unquote, that he made. Had him take a bottle of alchemist fire and fly that over and drop that onto the Bone Rattler, and it exploded. We fucked up that ship pretty good. So yeah, it was a really fun combat. And then after the battle, well, before I continue, is there anything that you would like to add to combat?
No, you pretty much got everything. You know, you mentioned spirits, you mentioned the seaweed, you mentioned the shark people, the Bone Rattler. You pretty much got everything.
Fabulous.
Really important stuff.
Fabulous. So after combat, Jacquette gathers the sailors to be like, "Hey, let's gamble, right? That's what we were going to do, so let's do it." And so he kind of just he gathers
Top
people.
notch.
Thanks.
Top notch.
Thanks. Gathers the sailors, cheering them up, gets the gambling going. Almina joins in, the captain's daughter, and we get a glimpse that she kind of has a little bit of a gambling streak like Jacquette does. Saskia goes downstairs to be sad because this is now the second time that she's had to roll death saves in a combat on water, and she's feeling really bad about herself because she's supposed to be really strong and awesome on the water, and she's not. So when she's downstairs, she gets a visit from her patron, which is a really cool scene. I want to actually rewatch it before tomorrow. And she's being, feeling sorry for herself, and then there's this like jellyfish thing that comes out in the from the water, And anytime Sass says something like against the patron, like patron tells her to stand up, and she says, "No, I'm not standing up." And so the jellyfish stings her, and it's like, "Stand up." "No, I don't want to." Stings. So we did that for a little bit, and then Sass like, "Fine, fine, fine. I stand up." And patron says, "You are using them wrong," referring to the party. Use them. You know, that's how you're going to be better in combat. Sass also got a memory of a ghostly memory of a child being teased or a child being bullied, and a little bit of that ghostly image, because she couldn't see the child. It was just like this outline. But the child was kneeling down by a pond, and there was something coming out of the pond towards her. So she got a little, and she heard an echo of a name. We didn't get the name, but there was an echo of a name, which maybe is Saskia's real name, which she doesn't know because she gave it to her patron. So there's that. Patron also said your goal is the Bone Rattler. You need to get that ship. That's your goal, is to take that over. And so it's like, yeah, okay, sounds good. Yeah, whatever. And then the next morning, we come upon an ancient shipwreck, and Bruce and Sass want to go explore it. We drop anchor so we can check it out, and that's where we left off, and that's where we're going to pick up tomorrow. Did I miss anything?
Yeah. The only thing, no, you didn't miss anything. The only thing, I'll just throw a few small details in that I think are important.
Yes,
with the patron, Sass told the patron to go find someone else that basically Sass saying she's worthless and the patron could find someone better. Patron responded with, "You're the only thing I have," and then started to be like, "You gotta shape the fuck up," basically, like, get up. That's when she started saying the stand up, stinging you. The use them line was particularly in response to you saying they're all better than me. I can't do anything. They can do everything better than me. And that's when she was saying you are using them wrong. You are, and then she clarified, she said, you told the Horned One to walk away from you when you were in a position to fight alongside him. And that's why you went down, is because you told him you didn't need any help and you didn't use him. And then she also specifically said, you try to be Jacquette. Stop trying to be Jacquette, be your own person. And then that's when she sort of charged you with, the Bone Rattler will be ours. The other Sea Witch will never best us again, was what she said specifically. This is sort of like, I think, a first real charge from your patron to be like she, and it's probably particularly because you're on the sea. Yeah. And she's more lucid when you're on the sea. When you're far from the sea, she gets a little manic, one could say. That makes sense. And so this is the first. It seems like she's looking at you and like, okay, it's almost like
get your shit together.
It's almost like a coach on a sports team being like, this kid's self-esteem is way too low. We gotta fix this.
It's honestly, that's what I was going for. So great. I'm glad it came across.
And then the only thing I want to point out about the next morning is just the really fun, lovely scene of Theon and Bruce laying on the deck together while Theon is trying to stay awake because he didn't sleep the night before, and Bruce is just whacking him with his tail whenever he hears him snore. And it's during that time that Bruce sees the shipwreck through the fog, and he sends Lollyrock, who smacks into the rocks of it, and then gets you all excited to explore it.
Yes. Yeah, I'm very excited to explore it. I'm looking forward to tapping into Saskia's scrapper background a bit.
Yes. Yes. Not often showcased, so this will be interesting.
This will be, yeah, and I haven't really played that, so I'm excited to explore that via roleplay tomorrow and see what happens. I did ask you a question in Discord that you didn't answer, but it's fine. You can answer.
I saw it, though. I saw it.
Yeah, but I didn't answer.
No, well, it's because I was sleeping.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. That was That was Wednesday. I was at work. Yeah. That's what I was doing.
So, yeah, I'm very curious to see what we are going to find down there. And actually, I don't know if this is a question you would like to answer here or answer later, but for someone who might have a scrapper background, what kinds of things do you think they might be looking for?
So you're just going to ask the question
now? Yeah, Sean, yes, I am. I'm just going to ask the question. Yep.
Well, we've kind of talked about this before. You are a scrapper from Shallow's Gaunt. And the reason why Shallow's Gaunt is full of scrappers is two reasons. One, traditionally, it's been the way that region of the Aldhalor Islands has made their coin and made their living. And they're very resourceful people who will make anything work as something. You don't throw anything away. There's a distinction within that community between scrap
versus
and junk.
I have it highlighted right there. Yeah. Scrap versus junk.
Scrap is useful, junk is not. If something is declared junk, then it is is somehow completely useless. Very little is considered junk by the Selkies, as they call themselves. And Sass spent her first 3 years, I believe, with the scrappers of the Selkies when she came to Aldhalor after waking up on a boat with no memories. So you would look for anything of value. Okay. You know, is this a metal piece that can be reconfigured into something for a ship? Is this something that I could sell? Is this something that I could repurpose? Like a true Selkie with their own vessel would take every single piece of this boat off of out. Like find a way to take every single piece of this ship, other than maybe the rotten wood. Like if there's metal that can be recovered, if there's anything at all would be taken by a Selkie.
Got it. All right, that makes sense.
So much so that it's a traditional death in the Selkie Islands for someone to just sink because they grabbed too much stuff on a scrapping trip, or they're just like, I'm not giving any of it up. So, but then, so yeah. So I mean, you would have been a prized scrapper because your ability to breathe underwater.
Yeah.
Like you would have been able to get any job you wanted. Not necessarily that you would have gotten rich, but people would have been like, yeah, we'll take you.
Yeah.
Yes, Nick, it is very much like playing any Bethesda game where you just pick up absolutely everything. That's how I play Baldur's Gate too. I have sold many sets of bones to random merchants just because they were in my inventory.
That's how when I played World of Warcraft, that's how I did it. I just pick up everything and just sell it.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, so I mean, you might have a little bit less of a fanatical mindset as a Selkie, who would be picking everything off of it since you only spent 3 years with them, and more so worked for them, and learned good scrapping.
Ways.
Yeah, exactly. You have a unique ability to discern between scrap and junk, which most people don't have. Cool. The other reason why the Selkies are so scrappy, is that the bay that is just off the coast of their cities is filled with ancient artifacts because a floating city crashed into it. So there's just sort of like
stuff everywhere.
There's stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
There's so many things that can be. It would take them hundreds of years to truly fully scrape the coast or the bay for any of the all the treasure.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I totally forgot that we had talked about all of this, and I have all of these notes. So, but yeah, hey.
So there's your answer.
It's a good refresher. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
That's a good lore dump on the Shallow's Gaunt, which is a fun little place.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of fun. It's kind of rough living there if you're not one of the rich people, which is a common theme, it seems. All right, Shannon, what do you think is going to happen tomorrow?
Well, I think we're going to spend a little bit of time searching this wreck. I do not think that's going to take the whole session. I think we'll spend maybe say like maybe a quarter of the session, like the first like half an hour or so.
Yeah.
Exploring, and then aren't we like a day away from Stony Heath?
Yep.
So we'll probably hopefully
You're set to arrive the next morning.
Cool. So we'll do the stuff with the shipwreck, and then barring any more trouble on the sea, which hopefully there won't be because we fucked up the Bone Rattler pretty good. We shall arrive at Stony Heath the next morning. And depending on how long we spend in Stony Heath, the Bone Rattler might have time to make repairs, might have time to get better, might be waiting for us when we leave. We don't know. Probably. That seems like what will happen. But we got. I don't know how long we're going to be in Stony Heath. I think it's going to depend on how long it takes us to investigate what's going on there, because we're looking for.
Can you give us a refresher on what your job is in Stony Heath?
Absolutely.
For those in the audience who want to know.
Absolutely. So there is a missing colleague of Professor Cadmus and Professor Sigel of the university. Her name is Professor Diana Nettle. She's an older human woman, and she's a professor of celestial mechanics and theology. And she went on a sabbatical to Stony Heath, and it has been nearly a year that she's been there, and that they've had no word from her for almost 7 months. So that's one part of the job, is to figure out what's going on with her. Is she okay? Is she just really lost in her work? Did something happen? So we're going to figure that out. The other part is that there is a mining operation that has been halted in Stony Heath because of a group known as the Aradunai. And Professor Cadmus was very, very just like, do what you have to do to get the mines open again. And he basically insinuated that violence was okay for this job, because he just wants whatever the heck is down there, some artifacts, because I believe he's something of a collector, and there's shit down there that he wants. So we also know that Professor Nettle's research is connected to the mines, and some of the artifacts that she found. So maybe the Aradunai are holding her hostage because of what she found. We don't know. That's our job, is to go find out what's going on over there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what waits for us in Stony Heath. We also know that one of the murder victims, I believe, is from Stony Heath.
Yes, correct. Martin Esgaroth is from Stony Heath.
So yes, Martin.
His family is in Stony Heath.
I just found that note. He's been trying to move family to the city and may have been asking Hugo, the other murder victim, Hugo, for help. And Martin's family is near Stony Heath, so maybe we'll find out a little more information about that while we are there as well. So we got a lot of shit to do.
Yeah, an important factor in this that I think is not talked about is that before you all cleared away the bandit problem in Billowgrass, like, the road was extremely dangerous. So like, these towns have been slightly disconnected. Like, you're still getting shipments primarily through sea, but like the outer farmlands and the outer market towns it's not been easy for them to come to Hyven because of the bandit presence on the roads. That problem's gone now, thanks to you all. There's still elemental strife that happens where you can be, just having a great day and it's sunny out, and then all of a sudden there's a giant freaking fire elemental that's pissed off, or rock becomes living and is pissed off as well. But those are a little more chaotic and random versus the very real bandit threat that was always there. So like, when it's like Martin was trying to basically pay Hugo to go to Stony Heath and escort his family to Hyven because the roads are so dangerous, because you either have to follow the dangerous roads or follow the dangerous countryside. Your pick. Which danger do you want? Unless you can afford to go by sea,
which seems to be the safest of those three options. Not for us, but
not for you guys, but
yeah.
So, so a lot of these like people who've been like, oh, it's so rough, it's so rough. It's like it's not anymore.
Right.
Thanks you all, and also thanks to Governor Hajan's new rail project.
The rail project.
Connecting.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
The new elemental rail system is coming to
soon.
Hyven.
Yeah, so I think we will spend, like, once we get to Stony Heath, we will spend the rest of the session getting ourselves set up there. We have a contact, I believe their name was Irving, the contact at the mines that we need to connect with. So we'll probably get ourselves situated. We'll get set up with lodging. We also, none of us have ever been here, so we don't know what the town is like. I don't think any of us have been here.
No.
And so we'll get a lovely description from our fabulous wordsmith here, who will paint us a word picture. And we will go from there. Oh no, my notebook's breaking.
Oh no.
Splitting. Sad. I'm almost out of paper on this one, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Any theories on what's within the mines?
No.
That's fair.
No. I am interested, however, in having that conversation with the party, in theorizing what could be down there. But I'm also, as a player, interested in having some more character conversations while we are on this excursion, whether that be on the boat as we get there, or while we're doing our investigation stuff and we pair off or keeping watch, whatever. I think it's time. It's time. The time has come for us to strengthen those relationships a bit, or well, if you're me, repair some of the relationships, because I've done fucked up pretty good with several of them.
More ghostly stuff, perhaps some long forgotten Machina, maybe Wismic's.
Yes to the long forgotten Machina and Wismic's summer home. Amazing.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah. Do we have any? I don't think we got any inkling from Cadmus what is down there. He basically just said, "Go open the operation again."
Yeah, he didn't imply what he was looking for there. It just seems like there's an arrangement between the university and the mining company, and if the mining company is not operating, the university's not getting their end of the deal. Mm-hmm. Which is any kind of artifacts discovered from the mining during the mining operation.
Yeah. So, in that sense, I'm very curious to see what's down there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what's down there?
Could be anything.
No.
It's probably Wiswick's summer home, I think. I like that better than what I'd planned. So I think it's gonna just be Wiswick sitting down there in his bathing suit.
Oh my god, please! I would love to have a meetup with Wiswick. That'd be amazing.
I mean, that's the fun part about a sequential campaign is, other than Scarlet, the rest of the party is all alive and well in the world.
Yep.
In their own way.
She's still alive in here, Sean. In the hearts of many. Well, not very many. She was a bitch. Maybe to the Wayward Five. But she wasn't very nice.
Yeah. She's omitted from many of the stories because of how mean she was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Any other predictions for what's going on? Any predictions about the Bone Rattler, about your patron, about Bruce?
Bruce. Sweet Bruce. Sweet
Bruce.
I just Shannon loves how Alex is playing Bruce. He's so different from Timber, and I just love how he's developing, and how he's, not quite comfortable with combat, but he's not totally running away from it like he was at the beginning, and using his strengths. So, yeah. How about you, Sean? What do you think we're gonna do? What do you think your?
I think you guys are gonna spend the entire session in the
shipwreck?
on the ancient shipwreck. Yeah, I think you're gonna spend the entire session because you guys are. When you said a half hour, I was like, have you met your party? You guys are gonna be on that ship for hours.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's fair. I guess we are gonna comb every aspect of it, but I mean, like, I don't know. I just that unless there's like sea creatures that are guarding ancient secrets of the deep down there, which, knowing you, there might be.
Maybe everything's possible.
I don't know. I'm
I do
excited.
think you guys will get to Stony Heath next session.
Maybe at the end.
I think it'll be the second half. I think you'll spend the first half.
At the
That's
ship. Fair.
And then even like maybe the first half at the shipwreck, and if there's not as much there that you can find the second half of the first half on the boat, getting to Stony Heath, docking, getting yourself situated there, and maybe talking to one of the contacts.
All right, did you hear that, players? Write it down.
That's just what I'm assuming you're going to do.
Yeah,
of course,
no,
you can be absolutely insane and say we're going to turn around and go catch the bone rattler and kill them all.
while they're what's the phrase? Sitting ducks? Is that the phrase?
That is a phrase.
Is that the phrase I wanted though?
Yeah, because they're sitting ducks. They're just
they're there.
Ducks stuck.
Yeah.
They're stuck ducks. Stuck ducks.
Stuck ducks. I don't think we're gonna do that because we know we pissed them off. But it's definitely dead in the water.
Dead in the water
Thank you, that's what I wanted.
Is the real expression.
Yes.
Sitting ducks also works because they are stuck on a boat they're repairing.
Yeah, but dead in the water. That's what I didn't know that expression until I read it. No, that didn't sound right.
You've definitely heard that expression before.
Yes, that's why I said that's not right. I've heard that expression. I couldn't recall it. Moral of the story, thank you, Clayton. No, fish in a barrel. Well, I mean,
fish in a barrel is more akin to sitting ducks,
yeah.
But sitting ducks sounds more right than fish in a barrel because they are stuck and sitting.
Yep.
But dead in the water
is the correct
term.
Is what I actually wanted to say. That's the vibe of what I was going for. Thank you, Clayton.
And I guess when you guys leave Stony Heath, you're gonna have to decide if you want to try to avoid Bone Rattler by following the coast, or if you want to confront them.
I think Saskia hopefully will do some reflecting upon this time, and maybe gather some courage and speak to her other her friends, and maybe she'll want to confront. At least honestly that's kind of the route I think I want to go with her, is using this time to build up her very, very, very low self-esteem, and build up the courage to turn around and be like, this is my ship now, get the fuck off. Yeah.
Well, you better make sure your allies are on board and know the plan if you are going to go do that.
Of course. I'm not Scarlet. she doesn't.
That's true. That's true.
Saskia does.
You're not. Saskia does not rush in like Scarlet.
No, she does not.
Without talking to her friends.
No.
Or at least not anymore. All right. Any other thoughts, Shannon?
No, I think that's good. I'm good for tonight. Do you have any final thoughts there?
I think we're good. I think we did it.
I think
we did the thing.
We did the thing. Cool.
All right.
Who's live tonight, Sean? Who should we raid?
We're going to send you all over to D&D Jordan League, because I believe they are still doing a charity stream.
Wonderful.
But even if they're not, they're still great people.
Yes, very much so. Well, while Sean's getting that all queued up, we hope you all have a lovely rest of the day, the evening, whenever you're watching this. And join us tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern while we go ship diving. Shipwreck diving.
Just realized maybe we should have done a very, very quick recap of the 4 episodes we didn't recap.
Nah.
They fought a big robot for the governor, and the governor was like, I like you guys. Good job.
Be my champions. Join my crew.
Be my champions. Join my crew. I know you have a job. Go do the job. When you get back, we'll talk.
Yeah, I'll have contacts for you if you want them. It's not required, but...
They leveled up.
Yes, we did. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Cool. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Have a lovely... Be safe. Bye.